Peace, my family, and we're all back to all. And those coming out of that good cocoon for the first time, welcome. This is your girl, the butterfly, and we about to take off. Let's fly. I just want to send you all that good healing energy your way. Peace, love, happiness, harmony, and abundance. Hope you guys are out there keeping your mind right. Oh yeah, in that good mind. How y'all feeling today? Hope you guys are keeping yourselves at a high nature and most definitely cleansing the lower self, most definitely cleansing, moving toward that higher part of you, that higher self. So I came on here today to share and express another clip from my master teacher, Dr. Malachi York's book called The Mind. And I want to share this scroll, and it goes like this. It's the more it possesses, the more it wants. It's something to take a look at when you're dealing with your mind and begin to gain a grip on the mental and how you're moving out here. So it's just something to take a look at, examine, and see where you at going through this good journey with them. So let's go. Lo, without knowing it, enocytes, mortals, are exceedingly plagued by the insatiable of or detachability of their own minds. Most humans are about as happy as they make up their own minds to be. In order to remove this sort of trouble, the craving for sensory stimulation must be removed. Once the mind has been stilled and concentrated, it no longer presses one to seek further pleasures. That's something to strive for. The senses can be controlled through reduction of wants and activities. Dietary discipline is essential. Furthermore, one should avoid undesirable company as well as stimulants and depressants. The television, which tells lies to your vision and creates things in your mind that really wouldn't be there. So, of course, being mindful of what you watch. And like I said before, remember back in the day where, we weren't so exposed to certain things. And, through time, it seems like more and more things are at our grips. And we're being way more overly exposed to a lot of things. And if you are not mindful, this could, overstimulate your mind and take control if you're not careful of how you maneuver the television. And make sure you're tuning in to things that are more uplifting for you, something that's knowledgeable, something that will help you along your journey. And sometimes, I know people watch TV sometimes just to chill for entertainment sometimes, and that's okay. But again, we just got to be mindful of what we're putting in our bodies, our mental, our spiritual, and our souls. So it's just being mindful of what you tune into. And if it irritates you, most definitely we should not partake. So again, it's just about being mindful of that and figure out, what's what within your inner being. So TV, cinemas, newspapers, which agitate the mind, should be reduced and replaced with periods of sitting in silence sometimes. Yes, it's good to sit in silence sometimes with not much going on. Sitting to yourself, reflecting, or not thinking about anything at all, That's good sometimes to give your mind, your spirit, and your soul a break sometimes from everything that you're experiencing throughout the day and throughout this world. It is real. So basically, in silence and solitude, there is really no right way to do the wrong things. By witnessing and tempering desires and emotions, the qualities of egoism, anger, greed, lust, and hatred are eradicated, which means to rip it out of its roots, to destroy. So there's something to take a look at within yourself when you're dealing with your ego, anger, greed, lust. It's something to most definitely destroy in your life. And that's how you're going to move to the next level spiritually, when you begin to work on yourself in that inner work. So that's why it's so important to not only just listen and take it in, but also begin to apply it to your life if you're ready to move to that next level spiritually within that good journey within. It's very, very important. And again, I want to speak on habits too as well. And when he goes into the mind and he speaks on, the lifestyle, the diet, or he speaks on things that we should stay clear from or avoid in our lives, it's something to take a look at within yourself if you're wanting to move to the next level. And that's something that there's going to be no shortcuts about, because we ultimately, to get where you want to be within your higher self, and the way the Most High wants you to be, is certain things that must be eliminated. And of course, it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. And you're going to go through that, good battle within yourself. But through time, it could take years, but through time, if you know a direction you want to go, it's about cutting it all out, because that's how you're going to see the positive manifestations out of it all once you begin to let things shed away and let things go. Because most of the time, most of those things are what they're doing is holding you back, and those are forces. And ultimately, we have to realize the forces that's in your life that is holding you back, and call it what it is, and begin to work on yourself with it. And that's how you maneuver each day, just working on yourself. And it's not easy, but through time, let me just say, when you want to break away and stand for your soul and not your flesh, and you maneuver those bad habits and get rid of them, you will start to become a lot lighter, and you start to feel a lot better about everything once you begin to free your mind and clear your mind at the same time. So let's go on. Okay, well, that is actually the end of that scroll. So we have to remember, the more it possesses, the more it wants. And we're speaking of the mind. It's how to gain a grip over what's going on within it, so you can gain control of what's happening with you and take your power back. Because again, we are responsible and we are in control of whatever happens to us. So we got to begin to start doing and standing for what's good for us and our highest good, and not stand for things or tolerate things because it's a so-called norm. And the so-called norm is toxic. It's chaos. It's an illusion. And it can be reality in your reality if you create it that way. So, yeah, you create your own reality by what you tap into, what you tune into each and every day. It is real. And so we must understand, you gotta just examine things. And again, how I did it is just to slowly make things simpler. I call it the simple life. And again, adding things that are good for you, or healthier habits that are good for you through time. And once you get a grip of that, move into the next, and then to the next. One step, one goal at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself, because then you get frustrated and you'll feel like maybe you won't be able to do it. But guess what? The Most High, again, wouldn't put nothing on you that wouldn't be able to bear. So if this is what the Most High wants you to do, which it is, then you can do this. You just gotta start getting your strength back. And the only way you're gonna do it is saying no to all your lower self ways. And if you don't know what your lower self is, I would advise do your research. Because I can tell you all day, but sometimes when you go and you look some things up for yourself, you get better answers. And that's what you're supposed to be doing as far as working on yourself. Getting rid of all the lower self, getting all the stuff that is not good for you, that you hold on to, desires, wants, that blind you. Get rid of it. The attachments, all that. The personality traits that are weaknesses within yourself, that you know with deep down in yourself you could work on. Everybody has them. Nobody's out here perfect. We all here, and we can all put ourselves in a position to each and every day do something better. And that's what it's about. Each day correcting ourselves and working on ourselves. And through time, you'll win. So I'm going to leave it at that. And if you have any questions, you can leave it in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer. And on that note, you are loved. I hope you know that. And again, it's all love. Free, our master teacher, Dr. Malachi L. Peace and Wadu.